Welcome back. This is going to be my anime recommendation video for God Eater. The genres of this anime are action, fantasy, sci-fi, and military. Yeah, so I recommend watching this anime if you like a show that's about action and the main character not overpowered. Well, the first episode begins with the main character Linka hiding from these monsters called Aragami. And these monsters called Aragami, they eat people, so he has to like try to duck and dodge them so that he don't get spotted. Cause like these things are fast, they're strong. It's kind of hard to get away once they catch on to you. Eventually, Linka finds his way to a safe haven called Fenrir, and they train him to become a God Eater. But first, he has to pass the test where he got to be compatible with the whole God Arc type of weapon. And not only is he compatible with becoming a God Eater, he's actually a new type, and that's a special type of God Eater where they can have a blade and a gun at the same time. Well, their weapon can transform to either. Later down the line, Linka is training a similar fighting artificial Aragami, and this dude named Kota stumbles over and falls down. So Linka tries to be a hero and try to save him, but at the same time, this messes him up, and then he gets attacked by Aragami, and then they both fail. Linka gets frustrated about losing the similar, then he asks this woman named Tsubaki if he can go again. And now Tsubaki, she's like the commander or something. She tells the units of God Eaters when they can deploy and all that. So yes, I think she's the commander. So he asks her to do another similar, and then she tells him to go to a terminal to start another similar mission. Linka does better this time in the similar, but he still ends up failing. So after Linka and Kota fails their similar for the second time, Kota shows Linka to like a engineer room where they're making his new God Arc, and they tell him that's gonna be done by tomorrow. Unfortunately, though, the next day, Aragami break down the walls and they enter the slums where a lot of civilians are, and they start attacking all the people and start eating them. And they have two units like ready to deploy. I believe it's the second and third unit, but it's gonna take a couple minutes for them to arrive. And not only that, then the Aragami break down walls on the opposite side of the base, so they're getting attacked from two different sides, and there's not enough people that can deploy. Linka sees this and he disobeys Tsubaki's orders, and he heads out to go to like the area, I believe it's Block D, where like the other Aragami at, where the other units aren't really deploying that yet. So he heads down to Block D, he runs over there, and he sees another God Eater. He's already over there fighting the Aragami, but he gets outnumbered and he gets attacked and he gets injured, and Linka has to step up to defend him. But like I said, Linka has already failed the simulation twice, so he's not ready for this, and he loses his weapon after Aragami attacks him and knocks it out of his hands. And then he has to be saved by Unit 1, who arrived just in time. They jump off a helicopter. Now, this scene was hype. Like, this was like the best scene of this episode. Yeah, so Rendo, Soma, and Sakuya show up, they make up the three people Unit 1. I believe that other guy, Eric, is with them as well, because Eric is the guy that Linka was trying to save. So I think Eric is also in Unit 1, but he just got left behind for something, because they know who he is and they're talking like they like really familiar with him. And they also call Rendo calls Soma his friend, so I guess they actually know each other, or he's just messing around with him. Yeah, so now Lindo's just sitting back and letting the pros do their thing, but then he notices a woman screaming who's like protecting her child, and they about to be attacked by Aragami, and the other people aren't able to get there in time, and he's also not able to get there in time because he's running over there as fast as he can, but he can't make it in time. But then his weapon transforms into a gun, and he's able to shoot the Aragami from a distance. And that's when Unit 1 realizes that Linka is a new type, because only new types are able to transform their weapon into like both a gun or a blade. And apparently there's like only one other new type, and her name's Elisa. And you can actually see, they actually cut to a scene where it shows like Elisa about to walk onto a plane, and she looks off to the distance, like it's like she felt his presence. I thought that was kind of weird, but I don't know. Some shows do that. So Linka eventually gets knocked out by a big Aragami, and he wakes up in a cell that Tsubaki puts him in for disobeying orders. Rendo visits Linka in his cell, and he tells him what happens after he got knocked out, and he tells him what happened to Eric. And this makes Linka feel bad. So Rendo eventually, he's able to convince Tsubaki to let him go on a new mission with him, because Unit 1, they're going to need another person to handle this mission, because I believe Soma's off doing something else, and like the other new type, Elisa, is being attacked on a plane by a lot of flying Aragami, and they need him to help him out. So Linka gets released from his cell, and Tsubaki, she doesn't have much faith in him, but Lindo's gonna give him a chance to try to redeem himself. So they get to the plane by helicopter, and Linka comes down, and he tries to talk to Elisa, but Elisa doesn't want to come with him because like the people, like Unit One, they are only there to save Elisa, but the whole plane is full of people that's injured, and but the unit only care about saving Elisa, so Elisa's not having that, and she's gonna fight Linka just so she can rescue the other people with her, and she's gonna try to stay and like attack all the origami and take them all down, even if she gotta do it herself. Rendo eventually agrees to help out Lisa with her plan to save the people, and Rendo's what's the name, Linka and Elisa, they all team up to take down the origami that's attacking the plane. Also, Saki is there. She's still in a helicopter, and she's also attacking. She's also sniping the origami from a distance. Yeah, so this starts another great action scene. They're all showing off. Like Elisa finds out that Linka's another new type, and so she starts showing off more. And they basically all just doing their thing. They all doing their thing. So after they take out all the flying origami, what's her name? Sakia notices that it's a big one coming like their way, coming up from behind them, and they have to use the helicopter as a decoy so they can get away on the plane. So Sakia jumps off with their pilot, and she lands on the plane, and they get away, and they can see like a giant. It's like a huge origami coming down, chasing out that helicopter. Yo, it's crazy. I didn't even know they could get that big. Yeah, so I usually don't like CGI anime, but this one's actually pretty good. It's actually done by Ufotable, and they did a lot of great things like Face the Night and all that stuff, a lot of Type Moon stuff. So yeah, I recommend watching this one. Well, so anyway, this is my anime recommendation for God Eater, and I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.